Everybody, Artifact Molotov here, back at it again with another video for you guys, and now I'm back with my pure Kozmo deck profile video for you guys. So let's get started. So for our first two cards, we have double Dark Eclipser. Yes, I don't have two Dark Eclipser at the moment, that's why I'm proxying one Landwalker for Dark Eclipser, but if you have two Landwalker and one Dark Eclipser, it's technically not bad either. But yeah, you want to play double Dark Eclipser in this version of the deck. And then you have your one Bank Destroyer. If he goes back to 2 or 3, oh man, this deck is going to be so powerful again. Double Forerunner, one Landwalker, and triple Slip because you hate back row. The main reason you run the Landwalkers is because of the format we're in right now. Where it have Zoo and True Dracos where they're popping your cards constantly, and Landwalker could just blow up himself, or a Kozmo Town instead, and have Kozmo Town give you a free search. So that's always useful. And then for the last two, you can call this a pilot or ship. It's technically a little bit of both because she's a high level and she floats. But double Dark Lady is so good in this version of the deck. She just allows you to control the board so easily by being able to negate their zoo monster effects right away. So they won't be able to trigger Brawl Ball and shit like that. Anyways, time for the pilots. Now, for the pilots, we have our one Wicked Witch. This is obvious because Wicked Witch is a very powerful card when it comes to being able to sit on the board for a while. We have one Sword Troopers because this guy is like the most least relevant thing in this version of the deck. When this deck is more combo heavy, like with True King Kozmo, Fire King Kozmo, or Kozmo Foes, aka Kozmo Melfoes, then you max him out to 2 or 3 depending on your preference. But in the pure version, you only want to play 1 because he's like the worst thing in the deck, and it's only handy towards mid game, late game, or end game. And then you play a double Farm Girl in order to do OTKs very easily. And in this version of the deck, we're doing Strawman Turbo along with Tin Can Turbo, both at the same time. And we're going to explain how you can make the most use out of Strawman in this version of the deck with a spicy tech that not many other people play. Now, I've seen some builds that use it, but I haven't seen that many. Time for the spells then. Now, for the spells, you want to play triple Kozmo Town. Kozmo Town is very, very important when it comes to being able to basically grind out games all the way to the very end. A lot of people always said that Tin Can and Destroyer were the main problem cards. Destroyer was kind of a problem card, but Kozmo Town's the main reason that this deck is still so good to this day. Because Kozmo Town just allows you to recur your resources so goddamn easily. And then you play double Terraforming because Terraforming is not a necessary card to max out 3. You can even bunk it down to 1 if you really wanted to. If the list puts it at 1, then you could technically play 1 of this as well because you see Town consistently enough. And then for that spicy tech I was telling you about, triple Gold Sark. Because Gold Sark allows you to banish a Cosmo monster, use Town to get it back to your hand, so it's technically a free search without getting Ash Blossomed or anything like that. And then if you're using Strawman, you could banish it and then Strawman, pay 500 special summon. Banish Strawman, special summon another name from hand. You got 2 ships for 2 cards now. Thus, you're plussing even harder now. Because one of those ships during the end of the turn is going to die. So yeah, now we have double Alloy of Darkness. Alloy of Darkness is very important when it comes to drawing. 1 Raigeki, 1 Reasoning, 1 E-Tally. Very, very important cards because they're just staples. E-Tally isn't auto Tin Can or auto Strawman or auto Farm Girl. Reasoning basically fills in the role of E-Tally since E-Tally's at 1 now. Raigeki is just a staple overall that you should be playing. So yeah, time for the trap. Now for the trap cards, we're playing the 1 Solemn Warning, double Call of the Haunted because we don't want to run too many traps because you could brick in this deck if you have too many of them in here. And we have triple Cosmojo. I mean, sure, if you draw 3, you draw 3. You'll know if you're gonna win or lose that game based on where you get Cosmojo in your open hand. That's how broken this card is. Anyways, time for the extra deck. So for the extra deck, literally the only 2 cards that you care about 2 whole cards. Literally. 2 cards in your entire extra is what you care about, but everything else that you play is bah 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 bah. Literally, you could play whatever the hell else you want. This is literally my Fire King Kozmo extra because I converted it from Fire King Kozmo for the purposes of this video into the pure Kozmo video. But literally, the only thing you're going to make in here is Infinity, and you'll need to play multiples of that. So 2 cards, and in a sense, 3 cards if they kill Nova. So yeah, time for the side. Now for the side deck, you could side deck is always up to personal preference, but I like double Ghost Ogre, double Droll and Lockbird because of True Draco, 1 Maxi because it's broke, double Dark Hole, double Twin Twisters, triple Mask of Restrict for the format we're in right now, 1 Skill Drain for obvious reasons. There's a ruling where your Kozmo monsters, if you banish them from field to Skill Drain, that in response to Skill Drain, that their effects will still work. So that's why you side the 1 Skill Drain, because it's always helpful in those nitty situations. And then for my spicy tech, double Mind Drain. I love Mind Drain in the deck because Mind Drain is just such a powerful card. Like, you guys saw my video on this. I literally took 4 minutes and 30 seconds, 4 minutes and a half out of my day to talk about Mind Drain individually. 1 card managed to take 4 minutes and 30 seconds out of my day for me to talk about, and that's pretty freaking insane. This card is broken in every way possible. It's your best way of dealing with tricks, the new Trickstar chain summoning combo. If you open this against Trickstars, they're not going to be doing no Drone Lockbird, FTK, hand loop shit. They ain't be abusing Ash Blossom or Ghost Ogre or Honest or any of their hand traps against you the moment you flip this on them. Against Mermails, it's just an auto win. Against Side Frames, it's not even. It's literally an auto win. Unless they have the trap board to respond with, it's an auto win. And basically, against anybody that's built their deck to rely on hand traps, you're gonna have a maybe. It's not a guaranteed win, but it's definitely a more easier matchup for you. And the reason you side hand traps, even though you're playing this gig in your side deck, is because if you play your hand traps first before this, then this won't interfere with them. And that's why you still gotta play hand traps for going second. Board wipes and hand traps are for going second. The floodgates are for going first, obviously. But you open this against certain decks, it's an auto win. So, time for the test hands. I'll be doing 2 test hands today. And we're going to be showing you guys consistency at the deck and show you guys the consistent openings that you can get out of a deck like Kozmo. And I'm probably going to be doing a whole bunch of Kozmo videos when we get to the time of the year where the Star Wars movie's coming out because, you know, it's just cool to have. So now time for the test hands. We have Sword Troopers, Goldsark, Raigeki, Cosmo Town, and Strawman. Excellent. I'm liking this. We could go about this 1 or 2 ways. We could Goldsark into a ship and just summon Strawman and bring that ship out. Or we could just Goldsark and use Cosmo Town to get the ship back to our hand. I had to finish this up quickly, though, because I have something to attend to. But, yeah, I'm just going to explain what you could do. And then if you were going second, let's see what you would draw. Alloy of Darkness, excellent. You'd be able to use Alloy of Darkness, banish this out of your hand because he's worthless right now. He's a good card, but just not really for much of this deck. You just play him because he's a name. And then you could board wipe a Zodiac board, and then you'd be able to go off from there. So I'll be back with 1 last test hand for you guys. Alright, let's shuffle this live. Let's draw Forerunner, Strawman, Town, Goldsark again. Oh, and his hand's more broken because we got Cosmojo. I don't believe I need to explain how broken this hand is, but anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Have a good day. Artifact Molotok signing out. Peace. Boo.